my channel Quest for Knowledge. Today we will be discussing all the practical questions of market equilibrium. Consider the market for cotton. The demand curve for the cotton is Q is equals to 200 minus P. Assume that the market consists of identical firm in which supply of single firm is given. Q is equals to 10 plus P of rupees. Price 20. Calculate the equilibrium number of firm. So here we have got the supply of a single firm. We need to calculate the number of firm. So what we're going to do, QD is equals to 200 minus P and QS is equals to 10 plus P. Equilibrium price is equals to 20. It is given already. Okay. So QD is equals to 200 minus 20, we get the answer 180. So QD is equals to 180, but QS is equals to 10 plus 20 is equals to 30. This is only supply of a one firm. QS is equals to 30. It is of one firm. Now we have to calculate n number of firm. We have to calculate number of firm. So n into QS is equals to QD. So n we don't know. Okay, n is we don't know. QS is 30 is equals to 180. So yes, we don't know what n is. So what we are going to do, we are going to keep n common. 180 divided by 30. So n is equals to 31 36 180. So n is equals to 6. So the number of firm is calculate equilibrium number of firm. Equilibrium number of firm is 6. Okay, it's very easy, just you have to understand the concept. Okay, so we'll move on to the next question. Okay, so here we have got the question, explain demand and supply curve of wheat as QD is equals to, okay, first we need to find out equilibrium price. So this is first one. QD is equals to 250 minus P. QS is equals to 150 plus P. So QD is equals to 250 minus P. QS 150 plus P. So what we are going to do, we have 2P is equals to 250 minus 150. So 2P is equals to 100. P is equals to 100 divided by 2. P is equals to 50. So equilibrium price we have calculated. Now B1, find equilibrium quantity and equilibrium supply. So QD is equals to 250 minus P. QD is equals to 250 minus 50. QD is equals to 200. So the QD we have calculated. QS is equals to 150 plus P. QS is equals to 150 plus 50. QS is equals to 200. So we have calculated equilibrium quantity and equilibrium supply. Now what is the third question? If price is greater than equilibrium price, let's assume P is equals to 60. So QD is equals to 250 minus P. 250 minus 60 is equals to 190. QD is equals to 190 and QS to 150 plus 60. QS is equals to 210. So here what we can see is that QD is lesser than QS. When price is greater than the equilibrium price, then supply will be more and demand will be less. Now assume if the price is equals to 40. Okay, so because the question, if price is lesser than equilibrium price, so the equilibrium price is 50, lesser to that you can decrease 5 or 10. Okay, it is just an assumption. QD is equals to 250 minus 40, so QD is equals to 210. QS is equals to 150 plus 40, so QS is equals to 190. So here what we come to know, that demand is greater than supply. Okay, so this shows this diagram. If the price is 50, the equilibrium quantity and equilibrium supply, quantity demanded and supply is 200. If they increase the price to 60, what is happening here? The demand is less and supply is more. And if the price is lesser to 40, what is happening here? Supply is less and demand is more. So that is it. Next question we have, suppose the demand and supply curve of salt are given by QD is equal to 100 minus P, QS is equal to 70 plus 2P. Find equilibrium price and quantity. Okay, so let's get, first we will calculate equilibrium price and quantity. So QD is equals to 100 minus P. QS is equals to 70 plus 2P. So 100 minus P is equals to 70 plus 2P. So 1, 2, 3P is equals to 100 minus 70. So 3P is equals to 30. P is equals to 30 divided by 3. P is equals to 10. Okay, so based on this is the equilibrium price. Now let's calculate equilibrium quantity. QD is equals to 100 minus P. So 100 minus 10, QD is equals to 90. So what about QS is equals to 70 plus 2P. So 70 plus 2 into 10, 70 plus 20, QS is equals to 90. So this we have calculated equilibrium price and equilibrium quantity of supply and demand. Next question, this we have calculated. Now the price of an input used to produce salt has increased, so that the new equilibrium supply is QS is equals to 40 plus 2P. Okay, so now we are going to calculate second one, 100 minus P and 40 plus 2P. So as it is 3P is equals to 100 minus 40, 3P is equals to 60, P is equals to 60 divided by 3, P is equals to 20. Out of this we have to calculate equilibrium. QD is equals to 100 minus P, 100 minus 20, QD is equals to 80. Now QS is equals to 40 plus 2P, 40 plus 2 into 20, QS is equals to 80. Okay. Now the third question is, suppose government has imposed a tax of 3 per sale of salt. How does it affect equilibrium price and quantity of demand and supply? So P minus 3. Okay. So QD is equals to 100 minus P minus 3 and QS is equals to 70 plus P minus 3. 70 plus 2P minus 3. Okay. So here. Okay. So first what we are going, then what to do. So 100 minus P minus 3, this is QD is equals to, and QS is equals to 70 plus 2P minus 3. First we have to solve this equation. So what we will do, 70 plus 2 P minus 3, so it is getting multiplied, 70 plus 2 P minus 6. After then 6 minus 70, 64 plus 2P. Okay, now 100 minus P is equals to 64 plus 2P. 1, 2, 3P we get. So 3P is equals to 100 minus 64. So 3P is equals to 36. P is equals to 36 divided by 3. P is equals to 12. Okay. So now 100 minus P is 12. So 100 minus P, which is 12. QD is equals to 100 minus 12. QD is equals to 88. And QS is equals to 64 plus 2P. 64 plus 2 into 12. 64 plus 24. So QS is equals to again 88. So first what we did, first we find out equilibrium price, equilibrium quantity of demand and equilibrium quantity of supply. After then, if the salt price increased, we got a new supply. So based on the supply, we first solved this equation and then we find out the new equilibrium price. Based on this new equilibrium price, we find out equilibrium quantity, supply and equilibrium quantity of demand. The third situation, due to tax there is minus 3 with every sale of salt. So what we need to do, 100 minus P minus 3, 70 plus 2P minus 3. So first we have to solve this equation. So how did we solve this equation? 70 plus 2P minus 3. So 70 plus 2P, as it is multiplicable, so here we are multiplying it and then we are removing 70 minus 64 plus 2P. So 64 plus 2P is the new supply. So 100 minus P is equals to 64 plus 2P. 1, 2, 3P we have. 3P is equals to 100 minus 64, we get 36. 3P is equals to 36. P is equal to 36 divided by 3. P is equals to 12. This is the new price after the tax. Okay, so 100 minus 12, the new equilibrium quantity demanded is 88 and the new equilibrium quantity supplied is 64 plus 2P. So 12 into 2, 24, 64 plus 24, 88. And what we have, draw a diagram, find equilibrium point, equilibrium price, equilibrium quantity, excess demand and excess supply in the diagram. So as it is, we're going to draw the, graph you have to use. So this is X, this will be quantity. Okay, and this one will be the price. So price is in 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So it's like 10, 20. 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50. So if the price is 1, it is 50. If the price is 2, it is 40. If the price is 3, it is 30. If the price is 4, it is 20. If the price is 5, it is 10. So this is our demand curve. Supply curve, if the price is 1, 10. If the price is 2, 20. If the price is 3, 30. If the price is 4, 40. If the price is 5, 50. So this is the supply. So this is the equilibrium where D is equals to QS. So this is the excess supply where QD is lesser than QS, and this is the excess demand where QD is greater than QS. That's it. This is the diagram you have to draw. So equilibrium quantity and equilibrium price. You can write it as equilibrium price is equals to 3 and equilibrium quantity of demand and supply is equals to 30 also. You can write it in order to complete, okay, because you have to make sure which is equilibrium price and which is equilibrium quantity. This is your POQ for the market equilibrium. Also we have these 3 questions. This we are going to discuss now. When supply curve is unchanged, explain the impact of shift in demand on equilibrium with the help of a diagram. So you have to show the shift. If it is, this is the demand curve, this is the demand curve, okay, this is the demand curve. There can be rightward shift to D1 or even there can be leftward shift to D2. So there are various reasons for to shift in rightward and shift in leftward. So the reasons I will be sharing with you, okay. After this I'm going to share you the theory, the reason for the shifts. Similarly, so this is the answer for that question. When the supply is unchanged, the demand is shifting towards rightward. The reason will be increase in consumer income, so that they are demanding for more normal goods, and increase in the price of the substitute or change in consumer preference. So and this will lead to, so these are the causes for the shift in the rightward. So what happens here? The consumer equilibrium price increases and also the quantity is also increasing. As you can see, the price increases and the quantity also increases. Now we will be discussing what are the reason for the leftward shift. Okay, so even here also we have the supply curve is unchanged, but the demand is shifting towards the leftward. So might be there is decrease in the consumer income or decrease in the price of the substitute or change in the consumer preference. So that will lead to change of the demand curve towards the left. So it will lead to equilibrium price will decrease and quantity also decreases. Okay. Here the supply curve remains the same. This is the usual demand curve, but the demand curve is shifting rightward from D to D1. So this is the equilibrium price and this is the equilibrium quantity. Okay, so this is the equilibrium price. So when the demand curve is shifting rightward, as you can see it is shifting rightward, we have a new equilibrium now, and the quantity also increases from Q to Q1. The price also increases from P to P1. So what are the reason for the shift in the demand curve? That can be increase in the consumer income. So that is why the consumer is preferring more normal goods. The price of the substitute might have increased or the preference of the consumer might have changed. So these are the reason why there can be the increase in the shift of the demand curve. So next, what is the reason for the decrease in the demand curve? This is the supply curve, this is the demand curve. Now there is a decrease in the demand curve. The supply curve is remaining unchanged. So this is our equilibrium. This is the equilibrium quantity. This is the equilibrium price. Now due to the demand curve shifting leftward, we found a new equilibrium from E to E1. This is the equilibrium quantity and this is the equilibrium price. So here you can see the quantity also decreases and the price also decreases. Here the quantity also increases, price also increases. These are the effect. The demand curve is unchanged. Explain the supply curve of shift in supply in equilibrium. So we have the supply curve here. The supply curve will remain same, only there will be shift in the demand curve. Similarly, if the demand curve is remaining same, only there is a shift of supply curve, there is a rightward shift from S1 or there can be leftward shift to S2. So there can be leftward shift or rightward shift. So the reason I will be sharing to you very shortly related to this. So the reason why the supply curve shifts rightward, there can be improvement in technology, so we are able to supply more. The reduction in the input price, that is the reason the supply will be more, and government is encouraging by providing subsidy. So what happens when supply increases, price decreases, okay, and the quantity also increases. So now we will be discussing why the supply is being reduced. Okay, here the demand curves remain the same, but why the supply curve shift leftward? Might be increase in the price of the input or due to any kind of natural disaster, or government is levying heavy tax. So this can be the reason for the supply to shift leftward. So what is the causes of or the effect of the supply shifting towards the leftward? What will happen? The equilibrium price will increase, but the quantity will decrease. What we understood as in this question, the thing is the supply curve is here, the demand curve is here, same. So this the supply curve. When the supply curve shifts from S to S1, this is the new old equilibrium, quantity and the price. Now when the supply increased, what happened? We come to a new equilibrium. So quantity increases from Q to Q1 and price decreases from P to P1. Okay, this is the reason, because government is providing subsidy, so cost is reduced, so the firm is able to supply more. The cost of raw material is less, so the firm is able to supply more. So these are the reason the supply is shifting towards the rightward. Now what are the reason the supply is shifting towards the leftward? Is that when the input price is high, the government is levying heavy taxes, so the supply will shift from S to S1. So this was the old equilibrium, quantity, equilibrium and price. Now as we have shifted towards the leftward, so we come to quantity decreases and price increases from P to P1. Explain the simultaneous shift of demand and supply curve in perfect competition. So the shift, first there will be various shift. So here you can see increase in demand is greater than increase in supply. This is one shift which leads to a new equilibrium. As you can see, the quantity will increase from Q to Q1 and price will also increase from P to P1. But you can see the price, the quantity has increased more than the price. Okay, so increase in demand is greater than increase in supply. Increase in demand is greater than increase in supply. Now increase in demand is equal to increase in supply. So increase in demand is same as increase in supply. So there is the equilibrium, the price remain the same, only the quantity increases from Q to Q1. If increase in demand is lesser than increase in supply, then what will be the situation? This is the supply, this is the demand. Increase in demand is greater. Third situation, when increase in demand is lesser, this is supply, this is demand. Increase in demand is lesser than increase in supply. So increase in demand is lesser when compared to increase in supply. So this was our old equilibrium, and this is our quantity, and this is the price. So now what is the new equilibrium? E2, E1, and this is the quantity has increased, but you can see the price has decreased to P1. So when there is increase in demand is lesser and increase in supply is more, then the price will reduce and the quantity will get increased.